Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for a terrific, tiring Tuesday, September 15th, 2020. Listen, I come with a torn heart, heavy heart, because although I am passionate about professional development and leadership and becoming the best version of who you could ever be, hey Patricia, I somehow that seems not shallow. I think shallow that's not the right word. It seems lightweight. Okay, it seems lightweight for that to be a topic of conversation when I cannot get away from, hey Elliot, cannot get away from what is happening in our nation. We have so much going on all at once. Between the fires out here in California and Washington State and Oregon, and apparently 11 states total are dealing with massive wildfires. Hundreds of wildfires burning across the nation. We've got storms in the Gulf Coast and threatening Florida again, and pandemic we're still in the midst of, and we have so much uncertainty going on. So I think the only thing, I don't need to replay what is happening all around us. I think I just want to stop by and say, if you know how to pray, we really need to pray. We really need to pray. And I don't mean that kind of, sometimes we treat God like a spare tire. You bring him only out in emergencies. And when you're super afraid, you pray. And when your back is up against the wall, you pray. Or, when tragedy or devastation has hit very, very close to home, you pray. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, so let me say what the word says in 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, which are called by my name, would do 4 things. He said, if my people who are called by my name would humble themselves, pray, seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then God will do his part. He'll hear from heaven. He'll forgive our sins and he'll heal our land. Our land is in desperate need of healing. And we can't just whip out an emergency 911 prayer. This is like, I see why the depression rates have risen and calls to mental health organizations and have skyrocketed. It's very clear, very, very clear to me why that is happening. It's so much happening all at one time. It's like you don't get an opportunity to breathe and regain your solid footing. And so we can do a whole lot of things. Yes, we have, presidential and other elected officials, national election coming up in a very short period of time. But I promise you, there's not a politician on this planet who is able to turn the tides as quickly as we need them to happen. So you can put all the money and invest it investment and the time and effort, and we need to ensure that we're out voting and keeping the democracy a democracy by taking advantage and taking part in the democratic process of voting. Absolutely. But I promise you, if we, the people who are called by his name, for those who claim the name of Christ, claim to be his disciples, claim to be his followers, claim to be Christians, we have a responsibility here. We do our part, then God will do his. And too often we're sitting back waiting on God. Well, God, step in and fix it and help us, and we need you, and don't you see, and can't you hear us? And we put everything on God. But he has designed it so that we participate with him. We must collaborate with God in our own saving, in our own deliverance, in our own healing process. We have a role to play. And he said, if my people, which are called by my name, would humble themselves. We're too arrogant. We're so arrogant, as if we have anything to be. We're arrogant. As a nation, we're arrogant. So he said, look, you got to humble yourselves and pray. You got to seek my face and turn from our wicked ways. Sometimes we want to do everything except that last part. We don't want to stop doing what we're doing. You know, we're calling right, wrong. We're calling right, wrong. We're calling wrong, right. And we're not interested in changing our ways. He said, turn from your wicked ways. We can't have it both ways. God, we need you, but I don't want to do what you tell me to do. God, we need you, but don't tell me how to live my life. We're in a mess. We're in a mess. So that's what I have to offer tonight. 2 Chronicles 7:14. If you claim the name of Christ, we have something to do. Then God will hear from heaven and heal our land, and we are in desperate need of healing. Okay, that's my perspective. Thank you for joining me. Again, unfortunately, I can't tell you the when, but I'm gonna pop on here tomorrow at some point in time. Please take real good care of yourselves in the meantime.